Need water?
Yes, please. Hi. Happy New Year. I'm Reverend Dr. Marlene Morris, and I'd love to get to know who you are. Welcome to Spirit Central. I like to think of this as our weekly spiritual spa, your Sunday spiritual indulgence. We're here to help you feel better if you're feeling bad, and to help you feel even better if you're already feeling fine. And we can serve as a spiritual urgent care if that happens to be what you need in any given moment. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I hope that you will make this a regular Sunday habit. And please note that I'm also here on Wednesday nights at 7, so feel free to join me and this spiritual community anytime you'd like to. You know, Ernest Holmes, the author of The Science of Mind and the founder of religious science, used to open his television and radio shows with the words, "There is a power for good in the universe, and you can use it." He was right on. It's absolutely true. But the greater truth is that you can't not use it. In fact, you're using it all the time. You're using it right now. You're making decisions about whether or not you want to stay here, and whether or not this is going to be any good, and whether or not it's a little bit crazy. And that forms a belief pattern, and it's done unto you as you believe. The important part of Dr. Holmes' admonition was to remember to use it in your life for good. So I'm going to ask you to consider these ideas for just a moment, and it'll kind of tell you who we are and what we're all about. We are here to remember who we are. We are children of creation. We are here to remember that we are created in the image and likeness of God, creation, the universe, love, whatever you choose to call the creative motivating force that moves in and through the universe. We are here to heal our misconceptions, to release whatever beliefs may no longer be serving us. We are here to learn how to use our divine inheritance to make our lives and our world a better place. Ultimately, we are here to wake up, to inspire, to uplift, to heal, to make whole ourselves and our world. Now, I love to get you thinking right from the get-go, because the very last thing I would want you to do is to leave your brain at the door. So, here's today's question. What do you need to let go of so that you are free to grab hold of all that you are really meant to be? Unity churches have a tradition this time of year of doing a burning bowl ceremony. And during the nearly 2 decades that I was minister of Spirit Works in Burbank, I often conducted a very similar ritual, usually as part of a healing service. See, it's all about being clear about what you want and don't want in your life, and being ready to let go of whatever you may be holding on to, consciously or unconsciously, that you need to release in order to move forward into the life of your dreams. I love to do this ceremony in person. That's my favorite thing. But since that isn't exactly possible while we're meeting on Facebook, the next best thing is to do it together, but individually. So I'm going to ask you to gather up a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper, or some magic paper if you happen to have some. The paper doesn't need to be large. In fact, it's better if it isn't. I use a piece about this size. The paper doesn't need to be thick or glossy or anything else, just paper. Lightweight is better than heavyweight, and small is better than large. And just to be safe, you'll need a fireproof bowl or a container of some sort, and some water on hand, or a fire extinguisher, just in case. While you're gathering that paper and pen or pencil and bowl and water, I'm going to just get started talking about what I'm going to talk about today. When the talk's over, let's chat about what I've said and what we've done, and how it can empower your spirituality to change your life for good, to connect you to the power that surrounds you in the universe and is equally deeply within you. So, let's just do that, shall we? Let's see, hold on while I gather my notes about me. There we go. You know, last January 20th, I was very impressed with a young woman named Amanda Gorman, whose reading of her poem, The Hill We Climb, at President Biden's inauguration made her an international sensation. I apparently was not the only one listening. She released a new work last Wednesday to mark the end of 2021. It is titled New Day's Lyric. I'd like to share it with you. She wrote, "What was cursed, we will cure. What was plagued, we will prove pure. Where we tend to argue, we will try to agree. Those fortunes we forswore, now the future we foresee. Where we weren't aware, we're now awake. Those moments we missed are now the moments we make. The moments we meet and our hearts, once all together beaten, now all together beat." She inspires me to be so wise and eloquent at such a young age. I look forward to being inspired by her for many years to come. You know, few poets really enjoy the kind of attention she received in this past year. She was one of the good parts of 2021. But in an email to the Associated Press, she reflected less on her own success than on the state of the country. She wrote that the chaos and instability of 2021 had made her reject the idea of going back to normal and instead fight to move beyond it. She mentioned Maya Angelou's poem, Human Family, and added, "To be a family, a country, doesn't necessitate that we be the same or agree on everything, only that we continue to try and see the best in each other and move forward into a shared future. Whether we like it or not," she said, "we are in this together." Gorman offered an alliterative response when asked what inspired New Day's lyric, telling the Associated Press that she wanted to write a lyric to honor the hardships, hurt, hope, and healing of 2021, while also hearkening the potential of 2022. "This is such a unique New Year's Day," she said, "because even as we toast our glasses to the future, we still have our heads bowed for what has been lost." I think one of the most important things the new year reminds us is of that old adage, "This too shall pass." You can't relive the same day twice. meaning every dawn is a new one, and every year an opportunity to step into the light. The wisdom of that young woman is inspiring, and her positive perspective, well, it's more than admirable. Every year, an opportunity to step into the light. Every year. Every moment. All around us, things have changed and continue to change. The calendar changes, the world changes, what we think we understand changes, and we change because we must. The calendar tells us that we have left 2021 behind, and our inner wisdom tells us that we are now creating a brand new year. Will we? Will we? Will it be that for you? Will it be the new year in which your dreams come true? The year in which you accomplish your highest goals and deepest aspirations. It can be that, and more. And I believe that the universe, God's universe, conspires to nudge us, push us, prod us in the right direction. And that signs of that are all around us if we just pay attention. I read the Daily Word from Unity every morning. It just starts my day off right. And Tipsy seems to enjoy having it read to him. I don't know how to read it in dog, but he seems to understand sometimes more than I do. I'd like to share this daily word from last Tuesday, December 28th. As I think of new beginnings, challenges I'd like to take on, or fresh endeavors I wish to try, I remember that releasing the old makes way for the new. I may feel called to clear out my physical space. If something I own has outlasted its utility, releasing it puts it back in circulation and gives me ample space to welcome the new. Sometimes a spiritual house cleaning is in order. I release thoughts, beliefs, and actions that no longer serve me. I open a space within my mind for new understanding, and in my heart for divine inspiration. With a fresh outlook, I am able to discern my spiritual guidance. Releasing the past is the first step toward creating the perfect future. Those words were inspired by Matthew 18:18. Truly, I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. That which we are willing to let go of, heaven lets go of as well. And that which we bind to ourselves, well, we get to keep. In addition to the Daily Word, I subscribe to a system that sends out a tarot card reading every morning. If I like what it says, I believe it. If I don't, I don't. But usually I do. I received a card some time ago that seemed perfect when I reread it for today's message. It said this: change has been coming your way for a while now. And today you may see the first explicit features of it. What happens today is only a beginning, and you may look back in a few days, weeks, months, and recognize that your life is in the process of making a turn for the better. It's the nature of life to not stay the same. And you are being moved forward now. Ernest Holmes wrote that nature will not allow us to stay in one place for too long. To paraphrase him, it allows us to stay just long enough to get the lessons in that place. And if we do not let go and move on, well, it will see to it that we do. Okay, so most of us resist change. Largely because we fear it. But also, I think, because change, real meaningful change in our lives, is scary and it's not usually easy. We make so many excuses for letting go of what doesn't serve. We tell ourselves, I can't change, it's just, this is the way I am. Or no one will love me if I change. And that is not true. None of that is true. The way you are now may be the way that you have been for a long time, but it is not the real person that you are. You are so much more. And you know it. You may not know it consciously all the time. We tend not to, we forget. But in your heart of hearts, in your soul, you know that you are more. You know that you are greater, that you are kinder, more loving, more wise, healthier, and more divine than you have ever acknowledged. But there are old thoughts, ideas, beliefs that occlude your clarity. And you must let them go to become that which you are here to be. It's a powerful thing to let go. To release what isn't working, especially if it did work one time in our lives. But to release that and be new, it's a powerful process, letting go of the past and moving into the now with a new start. So here's a question. What do you want changed in your life? Remember, it's entirely up to you. I could give you a whole list, and I'm sure your friends and parents or children could probably give you their list of what you should change in your life, but this is really up to you. What do you want changed in your life? You must do the work, the mental work especially. And nothing will happen unless you truly want it to. It all starts with making a decision that you want to change, that you want life to be better, richer, fuller, more abundant, more spiritual, more peaceful. And then once you've made that decision, then it's about doing what needs to be done. What do you want to toss out of your life? What do you want cleansed? What do you want to give up? What habits do you keep doing? What things do you keep doing over and over again that you know are getting in your own way? Are you facing a health challenge? Is it physical, psychological, emotional, or spiritual? What do you need to release or give up? What do you want gone from your life? Are you in a relationship that's only harming you and perhaps and probably the other person as well? What do you, in your heart of hearts, desire to be? What would you have be different in your living environment? Would there be less conflict and friction, less noise, less clutter? Do you have money worries? You have the power. You have the responsibility to make better choices if you want to live a happier life. Now, as the old year appears in the rearview mirror, it's time to move on. The New Testament tells us, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth, let us press on toward the mark. It's been a year. It's been a couple of years. An interesting few years. In that way that changes all that has come before and all that will come after. You are changed. You have to be. So, what do you want to keep? What lessons, what memories, and what do you want to release? What in you do you want to become you? And what do you choose to let go? Only you can decide. I'd like you to keep your paper handy now. If you have flash paper, great, you know what's going to happen with it if you've got it. Otherwise, any lightweight paper will do. Just make sure that you are fire safe and have water or an extinguisher close by. And cut off a small piece of paper, just large enough to hold the words you need to make it clear to you what you are releasing. It doesn't need to make sense to anybody else. Then write those words on the paper. The more concise, the better. This is not a time to retell the entire story. Chances are you have already done that often enough. Perhaps too often. Just a few words. I release, and you don't even need to write I release. What? Take a moment and write that on your paper now. I'll write on mine. We're about to do the burning bowl ceremony, which, let me caution you, is all about change and taking personal responsibility for your own life. This ceremony creates real change in your mind. It literally helps to build new neural pathways in the brain as it cuts across the old neural pathways that said, this is the way it is, this is the way it's got to be, this is the way it's always been, it'll never be anything but this. Those pathways that have formed as a result of repetitive negative thought, such as telling and retelling your story. And unhealthy mental habits, such as living in the drama of the past. It gives you a greater new beginning, a truer, a more real new beginning than turning the pages of a calendar ever could. Take a few moments and hold your paper in your hand. Envision what your life can be like without this that you have held, this that you are now willing to release. And when you are ready to let go, place the paper in the bowl. Don't light it yet. I know it's tempting. Take a moment to know that you will be committing your concern to the transformative power of the flame. Let us begin our new beginning with a quote from Norman Vincent Peale that bears repeating. Hear this, please. There is a spiritual giant within you, which is always struggling to burst its way out of the prison you have made for it. That spiritual giant is a power, a potentiality. This power can remake you, whether you choose to call it God or spirit or life. There is an almighty power and presence that is capable of making all things new. Believe that. That power can recreate each one of us and fill us with new life, and it can transform our whole world. You have placed your paper in the bowl. Feel the sense of power, having first made the choice to let go. Say to yourself, if you will, with this act, I am free. I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. Or perhaps you would rather say, I now move on. The past is gone forever. Or if your letting go is about forgiving someone, then say, I fully and freely forgive this person. Say their name. I loose him or her and let them go. They are free now. And I am free as well. If later, if sometime in the future, the thought of what you are letting go or the person returns, simply acknowledge the thought and then dismiss it. Give it no power over you. It has no power unless you give it to it. It will return less and less often until one day you realize you've pretty much forgotten it altogether. St. Paul wrote, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's what the burning bowl ceremony is all about. Transformation and renewal, and it all begins in your mind. Hear the words in your head. Be ye transformed. Transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now hear them in your heart. Say with me, I am free. I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free. I am unlimited right now. Now, carefully light your paper and know that as surely as the paper is being demolished in the flame, so too this which you have just released is demolished in the flame of your passion for your new life. It's gone. Back, as Emerson said, into the nothingness from which it came. In his many writings, Mike Dooley, the founder of Tut, reminds us to give beyond reason, to care beyond hope, to love without limit, to reach, stretch, and dream in spite of our fears. These, he wrote, these are the hallmarks of divinity. These are the traits of godliness. A new year has just begun. A new life begins now. Remember, change has been coming your way for a while now. And today you may see the first explicit features of it. And what happens today is only a beginning. And you may look back in a few days, weeks, months, and recognize that your life is in the process of making a turn for the better. It is the nature of life not to stay the same. And you are being forwarded now. May your life be blessed with all the dreams you hold for it. May it be sustained by all the prayers you pray for it. And may this year and all the years to come be all that you envision and more. You are so blessed. You are such a blessing. Know that. Be that. Let go. Let God in you be all that it can be. And so it is. I love the burning bowl ceremony. I just do. And that it actually physically changes the neural pathways in our brain and lets us accept the new idea and let go of the old. Well, that's about as good as it gets, folks. Now, you can always go back if you want and reclaim that which you burned. That's transparency in action. But why would you? Having once let go, just let it be. Just let it be. And be all that you can be. So, my dears, how's the new year going? I love it, Jennifer. Bye. Yeah, bye. Goodbye. Poof. You're welcome, Deb. You're welcome. You are more than welcome. I am honored that you are here and participating, as I am with each of you. Heidi, you've even written it down. Isn't there's something about I am free, I am unlimited, and something in you. Can't you hear the echo in you? Can't you feel the the little responders in you going, yes, yes. Those yummy chills you get when you know that that's the truth. That's the way it is. That's who you are. You are free. You are unlimited. Wow. Here's to that. This is water. So, what you gonna do with your new freedom? What you gonna do? Who you gonna be without that thing you just let go of? Because some of us have been carrying some of that stuff around for a very long time. And we know it's time to let it go. We know we should have probably, don't go there, that we should have let go of it a long time ago, but we didn't. Okay, fine. We have now. And now is all that matters. Jennifer's been making magic in her kitchen. I like that. Have you abracadabraed stuff? As I speak, I create. As I stir, I create. As I bake, I create. Yeah! Oh my goodness, Dana, congratulations! How exciting is that? Oh my goodness. A great-grandmother again. You're too young for that. Aren't you? Apparently not. How exciting. How thrilling. A new baby for you to love. Oh, that lucky baby. Good, Jen. Good. You guys just excite me. You really do. You're kind of, my frontline responders. Because although I love the fact that I can leave the talks up and that people can come listen to them at any point, and they're also on YouTube. In case you have friends who say, I don't do Facebook, send them to YouTube. It's my channel, Marlene Morris, on YouTube, and all of the talks are there. It's a little frightening how many there are. A long-handled wooden tasting spoon. There's a wand. Oh, that's perfect. Abracadabra. Yay. That's the spirit. Oh, nah, Dana. I got it. You and Jennifer are just terrific lovers. You just are. And I'm thrilled for the children who get to move through your life and be touched and loved by you. So, what are we going to do? Brand new year. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Who are we going to be? Feel free, if you choose, to create this ritual for yourself and drop a few more things in the container if you want to.
Non-flammable.
Non-flammable container, if you want to. Yes, not non-flammable paper, non-flammable container. Who are you going to set yourself up to be in 2022? More loving, kinder, wiser, more understanding, more willing to listen, more powerful, more joyous, more laughter, more, just more. We have the room in our hearts to be more loving. Your heart will, trust me, expand to fit in all the loving you choose. You have more room in your mind for more wisdom. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Choose what you put into your mind so that it's not cluttered with stuff that doesn't fit. And if you discover that, in fact, in your mind, there is some clutter going on, old ideas from old teachers, old spouses, old whomever's in your life, write them down, burn them, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Fire's there's just something about using fire consciously and with water nearby just in case that is purifying. So feel free. Or just get on with your life and know that with the burning bowl ceremony, you have let go of everything that's getting in your way, period. End of statement. Don't need to burn anything more. Let's get to it. Let's do it. Love it, Deb. What's the list? Yeah, well, sometimes it is. But good for you. Good for you. You'll see, it's all about just saying, wait a minute, this isn't serving me any longer. This isn't doing it. So I'm going to let it go. Out with the trash. Out with it. Gone. Don't need that any in my life, in anybody's life. Don't need to share it with anybody. Just need to let it go. Let it be gone. Back into that nothingness from which it came. Good for you guys. So, does anybody want any prayer support with any of the newness that you're going to create? I don't need to pray for you to let go of stuff. You've just done that. So, how about the newness? What's going on? What would you like prayer support for? I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to put that into the chat box, and then we will pray. And then move on. While I am giving you time to put that into the chat box, let me, I need to inform you that next Sunday, not Wednesday, next Sunday, I'm going to put up a pre-taped talk. Yeah. Okay, I should have written this out first, but I didn't. And here I am, and I need to make it stick. Okay, Jennifer, you got it. Anyway, there's another place I need to be Sunday morning. And I will probably be there until after 12 o'clock and can't get back in time. So I'm going to pre-tape a little bit of an intro and a talk, and I will put it up and you can listen to it and make comments just like you normally do. I just won't be able to respond to them right away, but I will try to get back to them and respond. So if you have questions or anything of that sort, just put them in the box too. And when I get back Sunday afternoon, I will respond. Okay? Okay. So, not live at noon next Sunday, but there will be a talk here waiting for you when you come on board. There. Heidi, that's fabulous. Everybody has to read what Heidi just wrote. Jennifer said you weren't seeing everything, so let me read it just in case you're not getting all of the comments. Heidi said, I was thinking to myself that I needed a project manager to manage me. I realized that I had the greatest project manager in the universe. So as of today, our new executive project manager for my project and me is God. Fabulous. Fabulous. That's the spirit. And what you've just done, at least in my mind, and I'm getting chills, is you've just let go and said, okay, divine guidance. Open to divine guidance. And boy, there just isn't anything any better than that. There just isn't. Fabulous. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I love to be part of moments like that. Yeah, you turned it over and let it go. Bingo, done. Thanks. Handle it, Spirit. And who better? And then you never need to think this is impossible because now you're working with God. And with God, what? All things are possible. You might not see the way in the moment, but it'll show up. You just got out of your own way. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of all of you. What a wonderful group you are. What a wonderful group you are. Let me read to all of you because I want you to hear this. It's this little thing that sits on my desk and has for a long time now. But I want you to hear it for yourself. You are the right person. This is the right time. You've paid your dues. You're thinking the right thoughts. You're doing the right things. And this very moment, you are exactly where you are supposed to be, poised for the happiest time of your life. Whew. Dang. Heidi's blog has been published. And there's the link. Yay. Yay. Heidi writes brilliantly, so I suggest that all of you, once you get the chance, take the time and click on that link and read her blog. All right, I'm still looking for prayer requests. Countdown. If you think of something while I'm praying, just pop it into the box. Otherwise, I'm going to start right now. And I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. If not, just soft focus. Maybe look at the container where you just released what was standing in your way. And see that now beginning to fill with amazing potential. And know with me that you are never alone. You are guided, you are inspired. You are uplifted, you are healed, you are made whole, you are loved beyond imagining by a power that knows only good and that works as much about and around you as it does deeply within you. Spirit's home is in your heart. It is called into action by your mind, and it lives through your life. I know for Jennifer and for each of us here today, as well as those who will listen later, that which we have claimed for ourselves today, that which we have let go of, and that which we have brought into ourselves, all of that will stick. I know that that which we have let go of is now loosed in heaven, and so no longer is around to complicate our lives. And that which we have claimed for ourselves is now bound in heaven. And that which is bound in heaven is bound as well on earth and will show up in and as our lives. And the good news goes on. We are healed. We are whole. If we have been carrying around old ideas, if that inner child has been crying, so now the divine love of the universe wipes away those tears. And that child is healed and whole and happy. And I know this especially for Deb, but I know it for all of us. That we are all children of God, and that divine inheritance creates our future, regardless of what our physical parentage or raising up may have been. We are filled with joy now, filled with happiness, filled with creativity, filled with eyes that see only wonder and hearts that beat only with love and minds that see clearly and think clearly because well, we are children of creation, children of God, and that's the way it is. That which we have claimed for ourselves, we now are and have and are becoming, and that which we have let go of is now gone. And I know for each and every one of us that joy becomes a key word in our lives, as does love and peace and understanding. And creativity that is unique to each one of us in our own way, as God expresses in and through us, as it is meant to be. We have opened those doors. Just as we have closed the door on anything other than that, so too now the new door that flies open opens a world of wonder for each of us. And we are now whole and perfect and complete. And I am grateful. Grateful for answered prayer. Grateful for the release of that which has been standing in our way. Grateful, truly, truly grateful for the presence of Spirit in us, as us, and through us, in each of us. And I proclaim this day good and this year good and this life good, and let it be so. And so it is. We have a closing song from ABBA. Oh, I like that. I'm dating myself, aren't I? Oh, well. I am who I am. And I like what I like. And I like ABBA. And I love all of you. And your openness and your willingness to be more and to create an even better world. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. As I speak, so I create. I'll be back here Wednesday, but I've got a kind of budding idea for what I want to do on Wednesday. So be here with me, would you please? And again, next Sunday, I will not be here live at noon, unless something really strange happens. But I will have a talk up and a thought for you, and maybe even some homework. Who knows what I'll be up to since this new creative thing has been released in me, and I trust in you. I love you. Happy, happy New Year. Happy New You. Ring out the old. Ring in the new. I love you. You are both blessed and blessing. And so it is.